What's going on, guys? It is the Ball Knowers podcast. We got Ben here today and Zach.
What's going on?
Today we have our new merch on, the Ball Knowers t-shirts. We have only one shirt left available.
But more will be coming, so if you want a shirt, either comment and let us know. It is going to be $30 for t-shirts.
$30 for t-shirts. But I'm sure this shirt's gonna go by really fast, so I'd get it soon.
So
we have some extravagant T-shirts that we recommend. I mean, look at them.
Come on, got the logo. You're gonna want to rep the brand as early as possible before we blow up.
But today we have episode 7. 1 week till college basketball, and we're heading into week 10 now for college football. Or is it 9?
10.
Heading into week 10 for college football. So we're going to start off, of course, with our week review of college football. And then we're going to get into the playoff picture, and we're going to kind of talk about the conference champ races, who's going to be playing in those games. And then underrated, we're going to do a little underrated, overrated section. We had a comment from 2K League asking that we do underrated, overrated. So we're both going to give some teams and players there. And then we're going to head over to basketball, do a little week review there, give some recruiting news and just news in general, and then head into underrated, overrated for basketball. And then, of course, we will finish with our picks. This will be our last week where we only do football picks.
Big, yeah. And be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new, and comment any questions or any topics you want discussed. Just like this week, we're discussing what was commented in the last video. We'd love to talk about what you want to hear us talk about, so be sure to leave a comment.
And we will.
You best believe it.
Whatever you comment, we will talk about. So let's get straight into the week review. Or the games this week. What do we got?
Well, the ones we picked, I went 6-2, you went 5-3, which tied it up overall.
Yeah, back to all square. I had the 1 point lead after last week.
Oklahoma got a big win. Oklahoma lost to Ole Miss. And I don't know if you saw a player get into it with Lane Kiffin after the game.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, so
Ole Miss player? Or
no,
Oklahoma
an Oklahoma player. He's a D lineman. He goes up to Lane Kiffin, kind of, to shake his hand or whatever. And Lane Kiffin he said, "Oh, come on, this guy's been talking trash to me all game." And he started talking to him. He said, "You're a lot quieter now than you were all game." And they kind of got into it, which I thought was fun because Lane Kiffin, he's quite the personality. Coach over there at Ole Miss. Yeah, got into it with a player, but Ole Miss with a big win. And then...
that was... Did you watch that game at all?
No, because I was at IU.
That game was very, very fun to watch. I noticed, the Ole Miss was wearing their white jerseys.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's got their red jerseys, but that's besides the fact. It was super, rainy and wet, and Ole Miss jerseys, they were just getting red everywhere on their jerseys. It just looked like blood all over their jerseys.
That's tough.
That game was fun. The players were slipping everywhere.
Yeah.
That was an interesting game to watch.
Ole Miss a good team. And then next up, to my surprise, USF lost to Memphis. So now we got to find a new G5 team to take the cake as that playoff team, because Memphis, you might think that they are that team now, but they did lose to UAB. So I'm still not sold on them, but I was high on USF.
Right now, they're the highest ranked group of 5, I believe.
Yeah.
They're the only one,
but
right?
We'll see.
But Navy's undefeated.
I'm more into Navy.
James Madison over in the Sun Belt has one loss, and it's to 14 by Louisville.
Yeah. So I would take them, but yeah, I'm very surprised.
I believe the Mountain West this year is very they're just beating each other up over there, so no one's getting
That's
in.
not what you want for your conference if you're a little conference.
Conference USA, and
they suck.
They're not going to get, and MAC aren't going to get anyone no matter what.
Certainly never.
I know MAC's just beating each other up. Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
And then Illinois at Washington. I had Washington. I never saw it with Illinois. We talked about them. If they win out, they make the playoffs, was what their coach was saying. And
now they don't.
Yeah, no winning out for them.
That was a big opportunity there.
Yeah.
I thought Washington was a pretty easy pick in that game, though.
Yeah, it's hard to win there.
What was it, 42-25?
It was a fair amount, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Vanderbilt gets a win at Missouri, and Bo Prabula gets injured.
Yeah. Do you think that game has a different outcome if Prabula doesn't go down? You don't?
I don't think so. You do?
I think. I mean, they scored 10 points, and he got hurt in the first half, right?
Yeah.
I think they get at least another touchdown.
I don't know. I think Vanderbilt is good. They're starting to grow on me.
No, I think they're good, but I
Yeah.
think that there's a different outcome there.
It's something to think about, but
go down.
yeah. And then Cincinnati beat Baylor, Oregon beat Wisconsin, Michigan handles Michigan State, and then the big one is LSU gets not only beaten but like beaten handily to Texas A&M in a game in which they were leading at halftime.
Yeah.
It was 18-14 at half. They ended up losing 49-25, and that's it for Brian Kelley. He's gone. What are we thinking about that?
Yeah, this game was, I think for him, this was a win or he's going home.
I kind of thought that going into it. Like, this is a huge game.
Huge game for Brian.
A home game.
I'm not a big Brian Kelley fan,
No,
so I didn't mind
I don't.
seeing him go.
I'm gonna be honest. I do not like him.
But
So yes,
something I've realized with coaches is, at least recently, when you have these really big programs like LSU, is when they go poach another coach from a different big program. For some reason, that has not like worked out recently. I have some examples like Brian Kelley and Jimbo Fisher from Florida State
was not a good fit.
to Texas A&M. He's great at Florida State, pretty horrible at Texas A&M. Brian Kelley, great at Notre Dame, pretty horrible at LSU.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some others because I think there is. So if I'm Lane Kiffin, I'd advise him not to go over to Florida.
I think it's program fit is a thing and it does exist, and I think that what we've seen is internal secession of bringing in your own guy. For example, obviously the biggest one would be Ryan Day from Ohio State. Going from offensive coordinator to head coach. I think that is better. I don't know why more teams don't look into that. Hiring their own coordinators.
Yeah.
They want to get the big name that's going to win the press conference, but that's not been what's winning games.
No, then
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I look at Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher didn't work out. They hired Mike Elko from Duke, who's not a huge football program by any means.
Yeah, but he's a good fit,
and that just worked out.
Yeah.
I think that's where I would look as a big program instead of I'm gonna go get Marcus Freeman. I'm gonna go get
I would agree. It's
Brian Kelley, because that hasn't worked out. Those coaches kind of have established what they've done at those other programs. It's hard to recruit when you start you're in northern Indiana and then you head to Louisiana.
Yeah,
that's a big difference.
It is, and he was never going to work there, in my opinion. I think a lot of people didn't see it happening, being overly successful, and he wasn't. And that's okay because nobody likes him.
No, he's not a very likable guy with his tantrums and some of the incidents that have happened in his career.
Yeah.
I didn't hate to see him go down.
I think their fans were a little wobbly on him from the start.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see where he'll go next and who takes over at LSU.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see if he adopts the accent of the area in which he goes, because that was something. His an opening when he first got the LSU job, he starts talking with a southern accent, and I saw a tweet. It was a surfer dude talking about surfing, and then they said this is gonna be Brian Kelley once he gets the UCLA job.
Yeah,
because they're calling him the Kamala Harris of college football, which I thought was pretty funny.
That's
wherever she went, she started talking like the people around that part, and that's exactly what Brian Kelley did when he got the LSU job.
Yeah. UCLA made me think of another example of my point I brought up, is Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma to
going
USC.
to USC hasn't really worked.
Out. Yeah. It's big. It's both huge programs, but it's different.
I think
that's an example
when it's close, just stay. Is what I would say. That's what I advise to Lane Kiffin. But we'll see what he does. Yeah.
I know he addressed. They said he was addressing his team before the game.
He was I
don't know what that meant.
Yeah, his what he said to them was, this is a compliment to what we've been doing. Winning creates this noise, so this you should be proud of yourselves that I'm getting these recognition, as opposed to shutting it down.
Yeah.
So I thought that was weird.
When I heard that he was doing that, I was thinking he was going full Will Wade and just telling his team he's gone.
Yeah, that's
You're playing for an NC State roster spot, and then
which
they ended up winning.
Okay, but that's
I guess.
obviously that's different because it's like very small school.
Yeah, no, I know, but
Yeah.
that's what came to my mind.
Yeah, no, he was just
until
like
that
take it as
happened.
like a compliment.
And some other games this week: Texas versus Mississippi State. Texas was down huge.
Yeah, and they squeak one out.
Huge.
This is a Texas team where I was, thinking like, they may not be able to score the ball much, but like they can get stops. And then you go and allow 38 points to Mississippi State, and now I don't know what to think because they scored enough to win, which is not something like I wouldn't see them putting up 45.
I know.
But yeah, what is Texas?
Heck of a game.
We're gonna find out this week.
Yeah, 24-7 in the fourth quarter of that game.
It's crazy.
Arch Manning played a great game. He got a concussion though.
So is he playing this week?
I don't think he's playing this week.
Oh,
it says
boy.
he's in the protocol.
Do you think that you think that low key a good thing though?
I don't know. With the way he came back in that game,
Yeah.
it seemed like maybe
He's
had
starting
it
to get
rolling.
going, yeah.
But
And
I
then-
imagine this Vandy Texas game is gonna be very defensive oriented.
Then
so-
Alabama squeaks one out.
They had a bit of a comeback.
And
there, too.
let me we're going to talk ball for a minute, all right?
Yeah.
South Carolina scores a touchdown to go up 7.
Mm-hmm.
They have the opportunity to go for 2 to go up 9, make it a 2-score game. Instead, they kick an extra point to go up 8, forcing Bama to score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion, which they do. What's your thoughts on that? Well, if you were a coach, and obviously hindsight's 2020, I've heard, I listened to Klatt talk about it. He was like, I think it's stupid that they didn't go for 2 to go up 9. But to me, I was like, if you can't handle an 8-point lead, like, that's, I don't know. So what do you think?
There's just pros and cons to both of them.
Yeah,
because
then they're saying worst case scenario you don't get it, and then what's Alabama gonna do? Go for 2, put their season on the line? Like it goes to overtime.
Yeah, but then theoretically, if you just kick your extra point, you're up 8, and you basically Alabama has to score on you twice in a way.
Exactly, like that puts a ton.
I mean,
of
I
pressure
know it's like
on
a
them.
2.5-yard play.
Yeah,
but
yes,
it's hard.
I didn't think it was that bad.
No, I don't think so.
I don't blame the loss on not going for. That's if I had a 7-point lead, my first thought wouldn't be.
Didn't they
go
lose
for
by
2.
7?
Yeah, but it was like late in the game.
Okay.
No, what was the final score of that game?
I can scroll down here and see.
What is up?
It's up. Oh. Alabama, South Carolina, 29-22.
Yeah, 7. But yeah, but that's what tied the game.
Tied the game. Yeah.
And it was like late, so I don't know.
How did Alabama? So it was 22-22, and then Alabama scored again.
Yes,
Okay.
but then they would have been up. I don't know. They said that if Carolina would have went for 2 and got it, they would have won that game.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't think it was as big of a deal as others were making it seem.
They put up a good fight in that one. Yeah.
Yes.
Who else put up a pretty good fight?
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Low key, they were getting some stops, and then they scored a touchdown.
They scored a touchdown. It was in the fourth quarter. Believe it or not, I didn't watch this game, so
I watched first couple
I don't
drives.
know if it. I don't know if it was like a.
Their quarterback is dreadful.
They've played, I think, multiple different ones this year.
The one that played, because I watched a little bit of that game.
Yeah.
Because I was curious. What are they going to go with that
Yeah,
thing do? And,
yeah.
and he was so bad.
Well, just not. He's won the job, and they've played multiple guys.
Yeah.
But this Wisconsin offense just not complimenting each other well,
No.
not complimenting their defense, and their defense.
Their defense is not bad.
Held Oregon
really.
pretty
it's-
well.
Yeah, it's really not a bad defense. It's just their offense is so
in
bad.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Pretty good job. Another thing that Wisconsin scored that kind of went against some things we've said.
Yeah, we
Georgia Tech blew an opponent out. That kind of
that's abnormal for them.
Yeah,
Makes me feel better about them as a team.
41-16 against Syracuse. Syracuse not good by any means.
No, but
they blew them out.
Yeah.
They don't do that much. And some Big 12 games this week. We'll start with Oklahoma, Texas Tech.
okay.
That could have been one of our
Wait, Oklahoma
freebies
State,
last
you
week.
mean?
Oklahoma
Yeah,
State,
yeah.
Texas Tech. Oklahoma State did put up 0.
As expected.
They're kind of really cementing themselves into the punishment bowl.
I was saying punishment bowl watch.
Wisconsin's fighting with Michigan State, Purdue, and some other teams there.
I still think it's got to be Wisconsin.
I would still put Wisconsin in.
But they looked better this week.
They did.
Yeah, I can see them
in some areas.
It makes me feel good
In
about
some
them
areas.
like winning the punishment bowl.
Yeah.
But like
They
still
win
should
the
be in
punishment bowl 3-0.
it. 3-0, yeah.
And then BYU heads to Ames, Iowa, to take down Iowa State. They got like the sole. Big 12 is theirs, it seems, right now.
Yeah.
I know
Control their own
Cincinnati's
destiny.
undefeated also, but Big 12 is theirs right now. A huge game there. And then there's one more Big 12 game. Oh, Cincinnati killed Baylor.
And then Utah
That was impressive.
absolutely murdered Colorado.
Utah murdered Colorado. And Houston, this was the big one. They won at Arizona State.
Yeah, they're
That's kind of-
7-1 now.
That's a here's Houston sort of thing.
It is a here's Houston game.
Connor, I think you said Connor Wayman, former
Yeah.
Texas A&M
Yeah,
quarterback.
because he was their starter last year at
last
the beginning of the year.
Did he get hurt or just get benched?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think benched.
I feel like
Because Marcel Reed is
Then
just
Marcel
better.
Reed took over, but
Yeah.
he's a great quarterback, and
Yeah,
they got the job done at Arizona State.
Yeah, that's a big win for them. Here's Houston.
Yeah, here's Houston. It's middle of the pack Big Ten game. Nebraska beats Northwestern by a touchdown.
Yeah.
Some teams that are
So this kind of let's go into playoff picture
playoff
here.
picture. Yeah.
Big 12. We're talking about them. Do you think this is a clear like BYU makes playoffs, or do you feel like other teams got a good chance?
There's a lot of teams that have a good chance here.
Do you think BYU is the clear best team? Because to me,
I
bro,
wouldn't say there's no clear best team in my
Yeah.
eyes in the Big 12. I'm gonna pull up the standings right here,
okay.
and the Big 12 is more than likely a one bid,
I'd see it as a
bid
one big
conference.
lead.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the teams that are in the running will be BYU, who's 5-0 in conference. Cincinnati's also 5-0. Texas Tech 4-1, and Houston 4-1. And then Utah's 3-2, but more than
They're,
likely
like, good.
they're good, but is 2 losses going to get you into that conference championship
Probably
game?
not.
More than likely not.
They do they host Cincinnati this week, which is fun.
That's a big game. Some of these top 5, they're all ranked. Some of them play each other. There's one team that doesn't play anybody
In the
left.
top 5?
In the top 5 that doesn't play any of the other top 5.
And that is who?
It's Houston.
Houston. So low key, they might just
Houston
cakewalk their way
should
in
win
there.
out with one
Yeah.
loss, and I believe BYU plays Cincinnati. I think that's a game. And then Texas Tech, probably the best team on paper for sure.
I just still view them as the best team.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then BYU does play Cincinnati. So one of those, there's only going to be at most one undefeated team.
Yeah. So one loss gets you in the championship game,
Yeah.
which would put you in the playoffs.
So you got Houston, Texas Tech. You assume they win out. And then BYU and Cincinnati, they're going to play each other.
I think
One's getting a loss.
I think those two,
But then Texas
and
Tech
Texas
plays
Tech.
BYU.
Texas, that's a huge game.
Texas
What
Tech plays
week is
BYU.
that? In 2 weeks or?
That is the 8th of November, 2
Okay.
weeks.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That's like a huge game.
And then BYU, I think right after plays Cincinnati. Both going to be huge games for the playoff implications.
Okay.
But Houston could really sneakily just
Okay, call it right now.
Yeah.
Which one is gonna make the playoffs?
Which
Big
team?
12.
I
Not
think,
if the season ended today. Like if you had to pick a prediction,
I think Texas Tech.
I would
Yeah.
agree with that.
But we did here. We'll put we'll each present our if the season ended today playoffs.
Okay. You
So,
put them up on the screen.
Yeah, putting them up right here. Our 1 seed. My 1 seed is Ohio State.
Okay.
At my 2, I had Indiana. 3, Texas A&M. 4, Alabama. Those are my teams getting the buys. And then my 5, I had Georgia. 6, Ole Miss. 7, Notre Dame. 8, Oregon. 9 was Georgia Tech.
Okay.
10, Vanderbilt. 11, BYU. And 12, what I had Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had ACC as a 1 bid,
Mhm.
which goes against your early prediction this year.
Oh, wait, no, I had 10 BYU. Correct that. 10 BYU, 11 Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you mine. I have Indiana 1, just a little bit of Ohio State, just because I like the Oregon win a little better. 2, Ohio State. 3, Texas A&M. 4, Alabama. 5, Oregon. Still think they're good. 6, Georgia. 7, Ole Miss. 8, Notre Dame. 9, Georgia Tech. 10 Miami. I still like them a little bit. 11 BYU and 12 Navy. So we had very similar.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have Vanderbilt in yours, and you
That
have
is
Miami replacing
Correct.
Vanderbilt.
I have Miami or Vanderbilt, which might upset some people,
Yeah.
but they did beat Notre Dame. And to
No,
me,
that
is a good win.
I would agree. They're like my first team out is Miami and Texas Tech are right knocking on the door.
This is my season today. I do think Texas Tech will be in there.
This is my if season ended today. Also, I don't think there's going to be 5 SEC teams.
No, I don't think so either.
That's how many there is.
Yeah.
I think Miami would get in.
Yeah, I don't see
over Vanderbilt most
yeah.
likely.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to put 5 SEC teams in and then only have one ACC, one Big 12.
One Big 12, yeah.
I don't see that happening. And then 3 Big 10 teams. I'd say at most 4 get in. Maybe Washington or Iowa or USC sneaks in.
I would be surprised,
but
though.
I would be surprised. But yeah.
Oh, okay. So overrated, and this kind of leads me into overrated, underrated, because a team that I have on my overrated is BYU, because I still just haven't they haven't beat anyone that would personally impress me, and the teams that would do that would be Cincinnati and Texas Tech.
Yeah.
And did we say they play both of them?
BYU, they will, yeah.
Okay, so that's when I'm going to personally be impressed with them, because I haven't seen them beat a team that yes, I was kind of high on Utah, and they handled them, which is fine. But as far as being a playoff team and some sort of contender, I don't see it yet, but they're going to have the opportunity.
Yeah.
What about you? Anyone overrated that we just talked about?
With BYU, I think that's just kind of how they've been the past couple of years. What I've realized.
Exactly, and last year
they just win games.
Yeah, but then they fell off.
They did fall off right
started
at the
playing
end.
better teams.
I could see that happening.
I do see it happening.
The way they handled Utah was impressive to me.
Yeah.
The way they handled Iowa State on the road. Iowa State, not an amazing team, but they're a good team.
Solid.
That's a good win, and they won by 14.
Hmm.
I think they're better than last year, but I don't know if they'll get in. The Big 12 race to me is very interesting.
It's a fun
with those 4 teams.
Yes. Who do you have overrated?
Overrated? That's basketball. I have overrated. I threw in Michigan.
Okay.
I don't see them.
If they win out, they make the playoffs.
They do, but I don't think they do.
That will require them beating.
They didn't do amazing this week against Michigan State.
No. It was closer than it should have been.
They got killed by USC. They lost to Oklahoma. They're just not a...
They're a young team.
Yeah.
And they're going to be good.
They're
But they're not there yet. But they have the opportunity
Yeah.
to win out and make the playoffs, which would be a lot of fun. And they kind of own Ohio State.
I think
At least
Sharon Moore was an emergency hire.
Yeah.
But
think he's a
they
good
needed
fit?
an emergency hire. No.
I think he's a better fit than teams we see across the country. He has at least he's Michigan, you know.
Yeah. No, that's...
which I at least like that.
Yeah.
And he has recruited well to this point. And I don't know. There could be some sunshine at the end of the rainbow for them this year.
But not yet, for sure.
A little overrated, though. I think that's fair.
My other overrated team, I threw in a player here. I have Vanderbilt. I know I put them in my playoff. They deserve to be in the playoff, I think, at this point. I don't think they'll be there, obviously.
Yeah.
5 SEC teams seems ridiculous to me. But Diego Pavia...
That's interesting. He's also on my list.
He's very overrated.
This guy makes me mad because their entire program is we're gonna get this guy to be the Heisman, and they're advertising it all over, putting up it, making graphics of his accomplishments and posting it on their team Twitter, which I thought was weird. And I don't know. I think he's corny.
I think he's
very trying corny. To be like Johnny Manziel.
Well, Johnny Manziel's helping coach or something at Missouri. He's involved. I'm not Missouri, Vanderbilt. He's involved at Vanderbilt.
And yeah, I don't love him personally.
He showed up to the post-game press conference with a bunch of chains on. He just threw for 500 yards and 6 touchdowns. He threw for 120 yards, no touchdowns, and a pick.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
What about the defense that gave up 10 points?
We act like he's just putting this team on his back, and it's just the reason of all of their success. And they're not. They're a good team, but it's not just Diego Pavia. Just runs
Give me a humble quarterback like Ty Simpson.
Give me Ty Simpson every day of the week.
Better numbers. Yeah, every day of the week.
Yeah,
I want Ty Simpson.
I love Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
I don't love Diego
Polar
Pavia.
opposite of Diego Pavia, and
Yeah.
he's performed so much
He's
better.
way
this year.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not even a question, and it makes me mad.
Was that your last overrated?
Yes, for football.
Okay, I'll get into underrated here. We just talked about them, Houston.
Underrated.
I think they're underrated.
I'll give you mine. Texas Tech.
Texas
So
Tech,
we're just
okay,
hammered
yeah.
Big 12 today.
I think
Yeah.
I think the top of the Big 12 is very good.
Do they play each other?
They don't remember.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
Houston
Houston cakewalk.
should go 11-1 to finish the year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna raise this question
Uh-huh.
because two of these four teams of Cincinnati, Houston, Texas Tech, and BYU will not get into the playoffs.
Okay.
Into the
Well,
conference
probably.
championship?
Oh,
Conference
not yet.
championship.
Not the
Do you
conference.
think there can be two Big 12 teams in the playoffs?
I mean, it just depends on how the season goes with like Vanderbilt, and I just no, probably
Yeah.
not. To be honest,
Because I'm looking like Houston could go 11-1 and not even play in the conference championship.
but they can
game.
go 11-1 and have like no, like, ranked wins or losses, right? Like what? Because who'd they lose to?
Houston. Houston lost to Texas Tech.
Okay, so that would have them.
At Arizona State was a ranked win at the time.
Okay, but if they go 11-1, that would have
With
them
no ranked wins.
losing to the one ranked team
Mhm.
that they played by 24.
Yeah.
That personally would upset me if they made the playoffs.
Yeah. I would agree.
And
I think they'd be in consideration if they don't play in the conference
And it's-
championship
to
game.
me-
For them playing in the conference championship game at 11-1 and then possibly losing, and then 11-2
me, like-
wouldn't be great for them.
and obviously I'm biased, but like last year in Indiana, like it's similar, but one is in the Big Ten, and two, like they would beat teams by like a lot. Houston is kind of squeaking some wins out,
Yeah.
and that to me makes me think, like yes they're good and like should be around being ranked, but like we're talking playoffs,
I think
I don't see it.
college football this year, in my opinion, last year is super top heavy.
Yeah, and this
like,
year it's
like
more.
1 through 6, 1 through 8, or maybe 6. This year, just like it isn't.
Yeah,
So, but it's really like there's a lot of variety from
I just still I don't
4 to 15.
yeah.
And
I'd personally be a little unhappy if 11-1 non-championship game making Houston is in the playoffs,
yeah,
but we'll see.
I think that is a real possibility. And Texas Tech, I think, could also go.
I think they're underrated.
could go 11. If say they go 11-1.
But when they make the playoffs,
I don't know.
I mean, make the
I don't
championship
know
game,
who would have the tiebreakers.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't-
saying one of these teams could go like 11-1 and not make.
still wouldn't love it.
Playoff.
I think the champion of that league gets in, and that's it.
That's it. Okay. Another one of my underrated teams. I threw in Washington. They're not even ranked this week.
That's so stupid. Washington and Iowa should both be ranked. I saw that as not a and yes, Washington, but for me, I didn't put them. But Iowa, not a single SEC voter had Iowa ranked.
Really.
And I think all the other ones did. But there's like more SEC voters in the AP poll, so it's literally just bias. And I think Washington is in the same boat. Like they're a good team. And they should be ranked. I rank them every week.
I think Washington should be ranked.
Yeah.
There's some I don't know the exact, but they're better than like even you can go to some Big Ten teams like Michigan. They're better than Michigan.
Well, they lost.
They
to
lost to
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah.
I think they're better than Michigan. Where'd they play that game?
Michigan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they play that in Washington. They win by a lot.
Yeah, I
And
think
then-
they're definitely on that like next tier of Big Ten teams. Them, Iowa, USC, Michigan. They're right in there.
Yeah, I like Washington, and I really like Desmond Williams. Doesn't get talked about enough. He's a great
He's good.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Jonah Coleman's a great running back. Their offense scored 42 this week.
Yeah.
And
Versus Illinois.
defense held a really good Illinois offense to 25, which isn't terrible.
Yeah.
Great win there. And I
It's a
think
good
I
win.
think they're underrated.
I
They
agree
should be
with you.
ranked. I
My
think they're
underrated.
like 26th though, or 28th. They're
Yeah,
right outside.
but it makes me mad still.
yeah.
My underrated, I think Haynes King. We're talking about quarterbacks. I think this dude is much better than Diego Pavia. He doesn't get the recognition because he doesn't play in the SEC, and they don't just he doesn't show up to post game press conference with chains on his neck, and people are, singing his praises all week. But this dude, he leads the country in rushing touchdowns, like regardless of player, and he's a quarterback,
Yes,
which
yeah.
I think is interesting. And he had so his past week he had 2 rushing touchdowns. He also threw for 3 touchdowns. I think he's a stud. I think he has been for the past couple years, and I like him a lot. I think he's a great player.
He could really be up there for Heisman.
And he's like not. I don't know why not.
He's not?
At least what I don't see.
Yeah. I think he should be.
I think he should be too.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
Appreciate it.
He's kind of, he doesn't put Georgia Tech on his back, but he puts Georgia Tech on his
Way
back
more than
Pavia.
Pavia. I agree. If you're talking about someone who puts their team on their back and like he is the reason for their success, Haynes King is way more of that than Pavia.
I would agree there. But let's head straight into basketball now.
Let's do it.
We got some exhibition review. Some of these, one thing we talked about the Banza last week.
Yeah.
And he put up
Big
30
numbers,
points
30 against Nebraska.
And then Darren Peterson and Cameron Boozer absolutely topped him this week.
No,
they did.
Well, they didn't score more than him.
They played way better.
Okay.
Cameron Boozer
had 24 and 23.
24,
right?
23, 6 and 3.
He's good.
That's by far the best performance out of any of the freshmen.
But you're acting like there's like a gap between those two guys in Nebraska.
The way
it's 1, 2, and 3.
The way Cameron Boozer played, he played the best out of anybody.
It's an exhibition.
23 rebounds. That's ridiculous.
A lot of rebounds.
That would have been a Duke freshman record had it been a real game, but it's obviously not a real game.
Yeah,
but I enjoyed watching.
That's a monstrous.
Those three play this week. I think DeBanza had like 18 game 2.
I saw a couple clips though.
Yeah,
he's nice.
He
and Darren Peterson's. Don't get me wrong. Like those guys are all studs.
Oh, Darren Peterson had 24 at the half with like 6 threes against Louisville.
And what happened in the second half?
Second half? I don't know. I wasn't too locked in the second half. I don't know how much he finished with.
Yeah.
But he was like unbelievable
in
that first half.
His game a lot.
And Kansas, I should have thrown them in my underrated category, but I didn't. But
I beat you to it.
You did? Okay, good. I'm glad you did because
they're gonna be good, dude. And Darren Peterson's gonna be going best.
I liked what I saw.
Yeah.
I know it was an exhibition, but I liked what I saw from their guard. They have some really quick guards, and they have Bryson Tiller, freshman, who played great off the bench, and then Florian Big Dog, Badunga, played a great game.
So they got some guys that I like.
Yeah. That's what they call them in 2K. If you draft them, it's Florian Big Dog.
So I'll just get that out of the way. They're one of my 2 underrated teams.
Yeah, Darren Peterson he's unbelievable. Yeah. I think he'll win. I think he'll be a first-team All-American.
We'll see.
And with the way he had the ball in his hands in an exhibition, if that was a glimpse of what we'll see this season,
then sign me up because I love watching that dude.
He's fun to watch. Better shooter than I thought. I mean,
I've always thought FM is a great shooter.
The way he was shooting was ball coming out of his hands.
He got a great shot.
Hitting some tough shots.
Do you ever watch the game of when him and DeBanza played against each other in high school?
I think I did.
It was the best player duel I've ever seen.
They're just going at each other.
They each had like 50.
Yeah.
And the game went to overtime, I think. And oh my gosh, if you haven't watched that, like check it out. Like if you're a college basketball fan, that game was amazing. Yeah. But I don't know if you watched this game. I watched a little bit of it. Purdue lost to Kentucky in an exhibition, which is, to me personally, like, don't get as excited anymore. I'm gonna be honest when Purdue loses in exhibitions because it's kind of what they do.
They've done.
But still, I'll tell you this: they obviously lost, and I said, team performance is not something to get overly high or overly low about, but individual player performance is something worth noting. And I thought Omer Meyer looked bad. I thought Oscar Clough looked bad.
I can maybe see where you thought Clough, but Omer Meyer.
I just didn't think it was.
Did you watch the second half?
Yeah.
Really?
I just thought the way you guys were glazing him, he was gonna do anything to impress me. And
he's gonna be the point guard next year. That's kind of his thing. He's
that's
more
fine.
of a role player, like 10-minute guy this year.
I thought he was a starter or supposed to start.
No. His thing is he's gonna come be the backup this year.
That is different than what you guys made it sound like when we first got him.
Well, I mean,
because it was first like him Lawyer Smith all gonna start.
That's what everyone thought.
Yeah,
But I
And
think
I was like,
I
really?
think that's what like nationally people thought.
Yeah,
But I think Purdue fans knew like no.
and that's fine in that role.
Is he
then, yes,
is he a
it's not
top
as
is he a
concerning.
top 5 most talented player on the team? Yeah.
I
Is he
didn't
top?
see that though.
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't.
I don't know how you didn't see that.
I was not
If
impressed
you
with
watch
him
the
at all.
second half, he played great in the second half. He did struggle in the first half, but
I don't know. Maybe it was more
did
like
great.
bad plays in
He'll
the
be
first half,
fine.
and then like
It was,
in my
it was-
mind,
it was his first game of like American basketball, and
yeah, I guess
I think Oscar Clough will be fine too.
he did not impress me at all. But I didn't expect him to be good, so
Yeah,
that's fine.
and him and Jacobson play 20 and 20.
Yeah,
Completely different vibe when both of them are on the floor. Kentucky though,
I really like Jasper Johnson.
Jasper Johnson had shot well.
He had
I don't
that,
think he'll shoot that well normally.
Well, I don't
The
know.
one that
he's
impressed
tough,
me,
though.
the one that impressed me the most was freshman big
Moreno?
guy Malachi Moreno.
Yeah.
He was very good.
He's
he
good.
was way more mobile and
He's
quick
athletic.
than
He's
I
probably gonna be
think
a-
as a 7-footer.
First round pick, you think?
I don't know because Kentucky has three good centers with
Yeah.
Jaden Quaintance, Brandon Garrison, and Malachi Moreno, all former 5-stars. And Quaintance is supposed to be a lottery pick.
Yeah.
And then, but
Moreno
Moreno
looked better.
looks the best.
Like he
but
looked.
Quaintance didn't play,
Yeah.
but he looked a lot better than Garrison.
Like,
Garrison looked
I don't
well
know.
also.
My takeaway was that Moreno would be like their guy at center.
No,
You don't think so?
Quaintance for sure.
I don't know. He looked good to me.
But Quaintance injury, we'll see. But
I liked Quaintance
Moreno came
last
off.
year.
Moreno came off the bench, but both these coaches were playing all their guys, some weird
Yeah.
rotations, and but I like seeing Kentucky. They say they're the deepest team in the country. They got a lot of good players.
Yeah.
And then they obviously got Owe too, who
He's
they have
solid.
the one great player. And
Yeah. They'll be good.
Kentucky very deep, and that's a good thing for when, in case some guys aren't performing. It's fine. I got 7 more on the bench.
Yeah.
Sort of thing with Kentucky, and
Yeah, with Moreno and Quaintance being on there, like they're always gonna have a good big guy out there.
yeah, and they have some talented freshmen. They have a lot of experience. They have a little bit of returning. I think it's gonna be a good mix. I think Kentucky's gonna be maybe a little better than I thought.
Yeah.
And the more I think about it,
Yeah.
and
They have everything you need, really.
yeah,
Maybe not a lot of shooting, but like enough.
yeah, shooting, but they got enough.
Yeah, exactly. And then Indiana beat Baylor.
We were both in attendance.
Yeah, we were there. You were
Yeah.
wearing your green. I was wearing my red. And what's your overall takeaway on that game?
My takeaway was I thought IU would win that game by a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much a home game.
Yeah, but nobody was there.
Yeah, but Baylor's traveling. Baylor. There were some times that it got pretty loud in there for
Yeah.
the amount of people that were there.
Yeah.
I took away that Baylor's underrated.
You like
Is
Baylor?
one thing I took away.
Okay.
They
There's
don't.
not a
they
lot
don't
of
really have a
shooting.
center.
There's not a lot of bigs and not a lot of shooting, which is
Michael
weird.
Rataj was playing center for them. He's a transfer from Oregon State. He's like 6'8" maybe.
Yeah.
But I think Cameron Carr.
He's
and,
good.
Tunde
Yeah,
Yesefu
Yesefu.
didn't play great this game.
But you could
he
see
played
it.
very good for their first exhibition game. He didn't do as good this game, but
Mhm.
the way I think him and Cameron Carr can really score the basketball.
They got a lot of athleticism, a lot of length.
a lot of quickness.
And
They have a lot of quick, short guards too. They can beat you off
And
the
they
bounce.
play hard.
Dan Skillings is a great two-way player.
They're well coached.
I think well coached. I mean, they're going to lack size, but they out-rebounded IU by like 17
yeah.
without that size.
Yes.
That impressed me
The
for Baylor.
Indiana
but-
rebounding was very concerning.
Yeah, the Indiana rebounding was very concerning, but IU has 2 very good players.
Yeah.
2 possible, like, all Big Ten conference
I think that was
teams.
my takeaway. I was like, these guys actually could be
Yeah.
up there for like those awards. Yes.
I think DeVries he's very good.
I told you.
He's
like,
very good.
He's better than a lot of the guys that are, and we'll maybe see that.
I don't think he'll be first team because I don't think he'll score as much as Wilkerson, but
That's
he's
fair.
better than Wilkerson.
I think he's the overall best player. Wilkerson's
Yeah.
the best scorer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Wilkerson, yeah.
My
he's
takeaway of that
shooter.
was I thought the depth of Indiana was very concerning.
Very, yeah.
We as a scrimmage we could only trust 7 guys. I think we have one coming back that we're
There
thinking we
might
might
be
be able to
one more
trust, but not.
It was,
A
yeah,
lot.
but Sisley
And
was,
Sisley went in
was
and did
hard,
nothing.
Sisley was hard to trust.
He didn't
Against an
rebound well.
exhibition game, some of these guys might still trying to find their roles possibly.
Yeah.
And this can change.
But yeah,
This game seemed a lot different to some of the other exhibition games I watched. Both of these coaches were like playing their guys.
Yeah, like as if it was a regular season
like
game.
a regular season game.
Yes.
And
Which is, I mean, it depends on how you want to go about it. Because, yes, you want to get experience with that, but you also want to get everyone playing experience. So, I don't know.
yeah, but I could tell both coaches like didn't scout or anything. So it wasn't like complete because there was a lot of defensive
Miscues.
blunders for wide open layups.
Yeah. But, yeah, so it's fine. And then, yeah.
But Tate and Conway hit a game-winning and one.
Because Yesufu went and tried to grab the
Yeah.
ball. Yeah.
For a big freshman mistake by Yesufu.
Big freshman mistake.
Exhibition game, it doesn't count. Conway had a wide open layup. He
Yeah.
got fouled and then
Missed the only free throw of the night.
missed the free throw and then Cameron Carr went down and
Took some stupid shot, trying to be a hero because like it's an exhibition
it almost went
game.
in. It almost
Yeah,
went in.
I very much I was like it's an exhibition
then,
game, so they're gonna take a 3 here.
Yeah, and then no one's going to talk about this, but Baylor won the fifth quarter to tie the game up.
Yeah, there were walk-ons.
Walk-ons to
beat
some
our
big
walk-ons.
threes. Andre Iguodala had a nice lob.
He's not good.
But yeah, so I took away Baylor. Baylor might be underrated the way they could
And I
play
like
defense
that
on the perimeter.
Because
Very active.
Hey, bro, sick 'em.
Yeah, I like Baylor. Always root for Baylor. And I think Tuna Yesufu has a chance to have that VJ Edgecombe, Jacoby Walter, Keontae George impact that those other three had. And
They always get
be
themselves a nice little freshman.
Be a fourth lottery pick in a row for Baylor.
It'd be a lot of fun.
I see it with him.
Who do you think is overrated
Overrated.
in college basketball as of now?
As of now, I've been saying it. I think St. John's.
Okay.
I think Patino's a good coach. Put all the other stuff aside, all the scandals and bad things have happened. I think he's a good coach, and he really teaches defense really well. And I imagine a St. John's practice it's hard to get through.
Yeah, I can imagine that too. But for me, St. John's, I view them as like they're gonna figure it out towards the end of the year kind of team.
I think they
a lot of transfer talent, and that tends to be a thing with those teams. I think.
But they do
They'll
lack.
struggle early.
They do lack some certain things that have really been evident in their two scrimmages so far. And
No, it's
that
not going well.
Ball handling and shooting.
Those are important things. You can't just
they
win
didn't-
based off just athleticism.
They didn't have a point guard coming into the season, and Rick Pitino said there's no such thing as a point guard in college basketball anymore. That's false. We know that's false. But
Maybe if you play St. John's, just like put a bunch of pressure on their ball handlers. And
Yeah.
just maybe press. They might be.
But
they
then
might
it's
be
like
bum
you're
buckled.
speeding the game up, and St. John's might like that.
That's the thing too.
How do
Also,
you play against them? I don't know. They'll turn the ball over in the half court.
yeah, that I can see. Yes.
And they got a lot of really athletic guys that are just kind of wild.
Yeah.
And they turn the ball over a lot. They can score maybe.
I think they'll figure it out though, and I think they'll be a great defensive team.
And they will be, no question about that. And then Zuby Ejiofor gonna be one of the better bigs in the country. And then Bryce Hopkins from Providence was one of the better players in the country. Had a couple knee injuries. I'm excited to see what he can do this year. But I think they're a little overrated. I don't think they're a top 10 team, at least yet. Who they will be, but
Yeah, I think they'll
don't see
figure it
it with
out.
them.
My overrated is Houston. I just thought before the season that they're a little overrated, and then they proceed to lose their exhibition game, and so I'm.
Well, they won last night against Mississippi State, but they did lose.
But they've lost one already.
They lost at scrimmage to Ole Miss.
Yeah, and so that just confirms what I already believed of them being overrated. Not that they're bad, just overrated. Who else?
Houston started. I found this interesting. I thought Isaiah Harwell. I think he's top 10 recruit. Maybe not.
Yeah.
He's coming off the bench. Kingston Flemings is starting. He's right on that 4-star, 5-star line of freshmen. I thought that was interesting. And they played last night against Mississippi State. I think they won. It wasn't televised. I was trying to watch it, but it's not televised. Another overrated team I have is Michigan.
Yeah. Super concerning again, with Cincinnati.
Yeah, concerning. I think most people are concerned about their shooting, their ball handling, similar to St. John's. They're not a similar team, but similar weaknesses.
Yeah.
Like last year, their biggest problem was turnovers. I don't know if they really established that problem.
Yeah.
And shooting is going to be a problem this
When
year.
your point guard's Elliot Cadeau.
Yeah,
it just
and then
really
you have
limits you shooting.
and then you have all your bigs aren't great
Don't really
shooters.
stretch it. Yeah.
Like last year, Danny Wolf could stretch it, and they had some. And then Roddy Gale on the
Danny
wing.
Wolf is a good shooter.
I feel like they rely on their bench a lot to provide shooting, and those just aren't their better players. So
So Michigan
shooting
overrated.
and turnovers are a problem. And then they've played 2 scrimmages now. They played Cincinnati and St. John's. People keep saying like, "Oh, Michigan's gonna be fine with their shooting and their turnovers because they're so good on defense." I know it's scrimmages. They probably haven't scouted or anything, but they give up like 100 points in both of them.
You think that once Dusty gets into it, like he's such a good coach that like they're gonna be a good defensive team though?
I think they'll be good defensively, but like they should have defensive talent to not give up 100 points
like should
2
be
times in a row.
Heavily relying on your coach to like figure out a game plan defensively.
They give 100 to Cincinnati, like about 100 to Cincinnati and St. John's, and that worries me.
Yeah.
Do you have another overrated team?
I had UCLA just because, like, bro, like, we're talking about Brian Kelley being extremely unlikable. Like, bro, Mick Cronin, like, I hate Mick Cronin. And, like, I was just looking at the rankings, and they were just quite high. And, like, I just don't see Mick Cronin having a team that good over there.
I've never seen Mick Cronin, a guy like Mick Cronin, like, someone just hate on their team so much.
Yeah, like he's just so annoying, bro. And, like, I'd just be surprised if they're as good as their rankings.
Very big ego. He's like, I'm one of the most winningest coaches in the country right now.
Shut up.
Like,
no one likes
my team's not doing well. It's not my fault.
Yeah, that's just so annoying.
There's some things you can do, and you gotta acknowledge that.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of him.
No one likes him, and I'm so glad he did not get hired to IU, bro.
I know you didn't want him.
Yeah, but yeah.
You have
Underrated. I had Kansas, told you about.
Kansas.
And then, I mean, I've said this before, so I won't talk about it a lot, but I just have Alabama. Because I just really like LeBaron Philon, and I think that they're going to be good because they have talent.
Yeah, they do have a lot of talent, a lot of length.
Yeah.
NATO loves some lengthy forwards, and he's got it this year.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see Purdue travel to Alabama and play them this year.
What week? You know,
I think it's
what's the date?
It's like November 17th or something.
Okay, it's coming up a little bit.
It'll be a good test early on in the year for both teams.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Some of the underrated for me, the ACC's been trash recent, like the past couple of years in college basketball. They've had like 5 good teams or so. I think this year, some of the middle of their conference is underrated.
Okay.
Teams like Virginia Tech, SMU, Notre Dame, I think are all
Notre
pretty
Dame.
underrated.
Didn't they look? Didn't they like lose by a lot in an exhibition?
They beat Butler,
Oh no, they beat Butler.
and they might have lost their next one. I just
remember
it's
seeing
whatever.
something concerning about them, but
It's
yeah.
whatever to me. I think having a healthy Marcus Burton is gonna be great for them, and then they're more talented this year. They just didn't have much talent last year.
They definitely have talent with Harrelson,
Yeah,
Burton.
they have great freshman class, and they should have some talent this year that they just didn't have last year. And I think Shrewsbury is a great coach. And then I look at Virginia Tech. Neoklis Avdilas, I don't know somehow you say it, named to watch for like ACC first team. I think he's gonna be great and lead Virginia Tech to a great season. They've also brought back Toby Lawal, who was supposed to get drafted, decided to come back to Virginia Tech.
It's big for them.
He quoted last year that I'm not. He's like they won a game. He's like, I'm not gonna lie, this was fun, but he said, but I'm not gonna lie, he said the A word, like we're trash.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's back.
They should be solid.
I don't think they'll be trash this year.
Yeah.
And I like SMU too with Boobie Miller and a great freshman class. ACC could get some more bids this year.
ACC. Anyone else underrated?
That's all I had. I mean, I would have said Kansas.
Yeah.
I'm upset I didn't say Kansas.
I beat you to it.
Yeah.
I like it. Lastly, we're gonna do our Week 10 picks. Let's get straight into it. Starting with.
I got it this week. Right?
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got it this week. Well, we do a college football dynasty, and we like to start in some of the bad conferences. Last year we started in the Conference USA. This year we started in the Sun Belt East. My team was Marshall. His team was Coastal Carolina. They happen to play each other this week.
It's a lot of fun for
It's
us.
Marshall at Coastal Carolina. I'm gonna go with the Thundering Herd of Marshall.
Go
They just won. They're gonna win a national championship next year.
Yeah, because they did.
If everything goes well.
If it goes according to plan, Marshall will be your 2020.
Yeah. Syracuse transfer Rich Beelan leads them to a national championship.
It's a lot of fun. I'm rolling with the Chanticleers here. Give me Coastal.
Okay, yeah, I saw that coming.
Yeah.
You taking Coastal Carolina and me taking Marshall.
That's right.
Our next game here. This isn't a great week of college football.
Yeah, to be honest, it's not.
Yeah, kind of like last week, but you always count on the SEC to give you a couple good games. Not really this week.
Yeah,
not as many as
it's a
usual.
couple, a couple.
We got Army versus Air Force here.
Fun little battle of military
battle here.
I got the Force. Give me the Force.
Force. I was gonna go with the Force.
You're going with the Force, all right.
Yeah. No reason.
They're at home and they're favorites, so I don't watch these teams.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I haven't watched either of these teams this year.
Am I gonna watch this game? No. But give me the Force.
Yeah, I like. Maybe they'll have. They always have some. I think they'll have a decent crowd for this game, so maybe
it should be fun.
I'm guessing there'll be a lot of Army people in the crowd too. So.
Yeah.
I like Air Force as their favorite. Miami at SMU. Who do you like here?
I like Miami. They got it going the second half of last game. They ended up winning by a lot.
They did.
I think
they started down 7-0 and then they won 42.
Then it was 7-7 at the half. Yeah.
Won 42.
So they were saying that they had really 6 really concerning quarters of football, and then they went back to themselves.
Yeah.
I think so. I think they'll get it going.
Yeah, I think they stay themselves this week and get not a big win at SMU, but a win at SMU.
Nonetheless. Yeah. And
next
then we
game
got the 2 best teams in college football. This is a huge game. Penn State.
Not the game of the week, though.
for whatever reason, not the game of the week. And
Yeah.
for whatever reason, Ohio State's 20.5-point favorites. And Penn State is preseason number 1.
Yeah, Penn State's. They're saying they're like 3-4, and
last time I
coach
checked,
got fired. Their quarterback's injured.
Last time I checked, they're the number 2 team in the country. Yeah. So this should be an elite game.
It should be. But nonetheless, I think Ohio State wins big.
For whatever reason, I think they're going to win by a lot.
Yeah. Ethan Grunkemeyer and Penn State don't get it done.
But yeah. Imagine at the beginning of the season hearing that.
Yeah.
And seeing that they're 20-point underdogs.
Yeah. Interim head coach and Ethan Grunkemeyer take on Ohio State.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. 3-4 Penn State.
Power 4 winless Penn State. It's ridiculous.
They're not too far off from Punishment Bowl. But
low key, yeah.
But they are at the same time, but not too far off.
But they're not going to win a Power 4 game, probably.
No, I don't see it with them. Keeping it in the Big Ten here, USC traveling to Lincoln to play Nebraska. Lincoln Riley
I was
going to
say,
Lincoln.
I'm going to go with USC just because their head coach's name is Lincoln, so I think he should be comfortable there.
I'm going to take USC as well.
Same reason? Or
I guess that's part of it.
Yeah. He should just feel comfortable.
Nebraska hasn't looked good, like very good recently. They've just kind of looked mediocre recently. And
I think if Christopher Columbus was head coach of Penn State, then I'd think he'd win at Columbus.
Yeah. Of course.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Lincoln Riley gets it done in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah. Next game here, Oklahoma at Tennessee.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee because they have a fun crowd.
Yeah,
I think they're even teams. Give me one of the best crowds in the country.
Yeah, I like Rocky Top giving a big advantage here. Night game. I like Tennessee here. I think both these teams are pretty overrated.
Okay. Yeah. I think both of these teams are ranked by the power of being an SEC team.
Well, they do with like Oklahoma beat Michigan.
Yeah, but again, you said Michigan is overrated.
I do.
So.
No, I agree. Yeah.
They won by what, touchdown? So
yeah,
at home. So they're probably very similar to Michigan.
Yeah.
Like neutral site.
In Tennessee, I don't know why they're ranked like 13 or something.
Hung in there with Georgia.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I guess that's the best thing they've done this season.
Yeah, it's like almost win. Yeah. And then Cincinnati at Utah.
This is a big game. We talked about the Big 12 race a lot today. This
yeah.
is huge for the Big 12 race. This is a really big game for Cincinnati. And Utah's 9.5 favorites here.
They're 9.5-point favorites?
They are.
Is there something I'm missing? Is Sorsby not playing or something?
But I'm gonna take Utah. I think the Cincinnati train kind of comes to a halt here.
Wow. Well, I'm taking Cincinnati. Maybe is there? I don't know. Like there has to be some sort of injury, right?
No, I don't think so. I think it's
That's
just like they're
insane.
traveling and they're probably not respected as much as Utah and Vegas. If I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
I can see that. Well, I think Brendan Sorsby is one of the best quarterbacks in the country. I think he's 20 touchdowns to 1 interception on the year.
I think these Big 12 quarterbacks are very good.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I'm going with Cincinnati.
I think it's gonna be close. I think Utah gets it done. Game of the week here.
This is a big one.
It's actually a big game. It doesn't like. At first, I was like, "There's no like really good games this week," but this is a huge game. This is Vanderbilt at Texas. I don't think Arch Manning's playing.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
To be honest,
I know he's in concussion protocol.
that wouldn't affect my pick here. I just don't like Texas. Like they're squeaked out a win against the two worst teams in the SEC these past two of the worst teams in the SEC, beating Kentucky by 3 and Mississippi State. Was it in overtime?
Overtime.
Yeah.
Great comeback.
They had 2 overtime wins against 2 of the worst teams in the league, so I think Vanderbilt will handle them.
Mm-hmm. It says Arch Manning hasn't practiced this week. I guess he's still questionable, but he is in concussion protocol. I like the Longhorns here in a low-scoring game, maybe like 10-7 or 13-10.
You don't think the Heisman quarterback, best quarterback we've ever seen with our own 2 eyes, is going to score more than 7?
I just disagree with all that stuff.
I don't like Vanderbilt because I don't like Pavia, but I think they'll win.
Yeah, I think it's be close, but I think the home field for Texas really helps them out here, and their defense is proven. Oh, they didn't play good against Mississippi
Yeah, it's
State.
like it was, and then that was weird.
But
yeah,
I think their defense will
Still
get back to themselves here, and Arch Manning or not, they win a low scoring one. I don't think Arch Manning is going to come have them score more points. I think they win a low scoring game,
I like it.
and huge for playoff implications for both teams. Losing, you're out here, don't you think?
I'd agree.
Yeah.
I think this is a playoff eliminator of a game.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens because we're tied with our picks overall. I
Tied.
think 30-18 is our record, so this is big and a lot of line on that Marshall Coastal game.
That's
so
a big game.
we gotta find a way to watch that one.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of fun.
That would be fun.
And if you're here and still watching, then be sure to leave a comment and either comment Thundering Herd or Chanticleers. Who you think's gonna win that one?
Big game this week.
And again, if you want a shirt, $30. Let us know in the comments.
$30.
Yeah. And that's it, right?
That's it. That's it for the episode. We'll see you guys next week. If you're here in the comments, Zach's birthday yesterday. wish him a happy birthday.
Appreciate that.
But
yeah.
we'll see you next week. That's it.
Peace out.